Hi, I'm Frank, also known as Frankior, and I got another reaction for you. This time it's all about Evergrey, and you might be able to tell that this one is a bit dearer to my heart since I've dressed up for the occasion. They just released their new album, A Heartless Portrait, and I have been seriously avoiding their latest single, Blindfolded, because I wanted to do a reaction on that, but I just didn't get to do that now. And now that they have released the album, I want to actually listen to that. So now, my lunch break, I'm actually just taking my lunch break off of work to record this video so I can actually go and listen to the album. So the first two singles they've released, Save Us and Midwinter Calls, they have been amazing, and they have this storyline going through those videos. I think they're kind of telling a story in reverse, if I got that correctly. So it's a really clever concept. Again, really good looking videos. The sound is amazing of those singles so far, so I think the album will be just a sonic pleasure to listen to. And it's been banger songs, and I love this band ever since I discovered them in like around 2004 when they released the Inner Circle album. So the first track I heard of them was, I think, A Touch of Blessing, which was on one of those magazine sampler CDs, and I listened to that and I was blown away by the sound and by the energy and by that soulful feel that Tom has in his vocals. It was just like listening to a very soul-influenced singer in a metal context. And that was just insanely fresh for my ears back in the day. And then everything about the guitar sound is like a reference for me how guitars should sound nowadays still. Yeah, I've been a huge fan of that band, so this one is very dear to my heart, to be honest. So let's get right into it. Let's watch the video to Blindfolded, the third single of A Heartless Portrait that they put out, and just enjoy it so I can enjoy the full album for the rest of the day. Let's get to it. Of course. Who else? Ooh, fancy. They dressed up as well.
Talespersoner från regeringen säger att, citat, det är det största intrånget mot vår säkerhet som någonsin har drabbat Sverige, och det kommer få ödesdigra konsekvenser. Alla nationer påverkas och det pågår massiva insatser för att förhindra att informationen sprids. Slutcitat.
Ja, det här var ditt ansvar. Vi kommer hålla dig till svars för det här, och jag skulle föreslå att du löser uppgiften. Gör vad som helst, men gör det nu.
Enligt uppgifter till nyhetsredaktionen så innehåller dokumenten hemligstämplat material som kommer förändra vår syn på vår frihet och som avslöjar hur världens ledare systematiskt förhindrat det fria tänkandet.
Fan vad gött! Champagne!
I think that's like Henrik coming off of stage. Champagne!
Men vad fan har du på telefonen? White House. Vi måste ta upp på allt och få ut informationen nu! Vi skulle aldrig ha gjort det. Vi är överens om det här allihopa. Jo, men vi kommer för fan att dö.
Det är väl för fan bättre än alternativ. Vi var ju överens. Vi är väl överens?
Yeah, that's not just a video, that's a film. That's for sure.
Nu kommer de!
Heck yeah!
That
So far, this has been one of the most ambitious videos I've seen in a long time. Just like with the whole opening and actually now beginning the story. I think afterwards I have to watch all those videos in the correct order. So like now starting with that and then going through Winter Calls back to Save Us. Just like watch them in the actual storytelling order. That might be fun. But yeah, I mean, you can probably tell by the look on my face. I'm just happy watching this. I'm happy listening to this. This is everything I want from Evergrey. It's intense. It has sick riffs and sounds, and the melodies are so good already. So, they're sounding better than ever, and that's that's something after those years. Still putting something on top of what they've done already. This is amazing. So let's move on. Damn. So I can't wait to sing along to that in the car whenever I'm out there. So this is insanely good. What I totally enjoy, and let's just go into the gear for a bit, because in the intro I said that they kinda have built a reference sound for me regarding guitar sound. So I mean, already back in the day when even Hendrik was playing comparison guitars, like when they released that initial live DVD, I loved that performance to bits. And I totally fell in love with the comparison that he played back in those days. But ever since he has gone to Shovel and having his signature, it has this spanky nice tone which complements the comparison that Tom is playing so well. So it just gives the band such a unique sound, and you will probably be able to tell as soon as I would bet there are solos coming up in this song. So his tone with that shovel when he solos is just so good. It's so clean and kinda just sparkling. It's twangy. It's in your face. It's so stratty yet heavy. I totally adore his sound. It's one of the best guitar sounds I've heard in years. So that was a great move for him to go with those guitars. That's for sure. So let's just get back a little bit. Let's do it like the charismatic voice and go back a bit so we actually have the transition, because that part was banger. Yeah, there we go. You know what I mean? That's just such an amazing guitar tone. Oh yeah. You can see all the people at these shows just raising their hands like this. So everybody gets a solo. That's great. That's great. So I don't remember when I've seen a keyboard solo in their songs the last time. I think that's been quite a while. At least as prominent as this one. So I love how every one of those three just got their spot and be like, there you go, let's bring it. And I love the distinct styles that all of those band members have. You can easily tell each single one of them when they are doing something on the record, and that's something that's missing in so many modern music, to be honest. A lot of bands nowadays sound so much the same that you can't even tell who did what on the record. Evergrey is one of those bands that brings me back to the days when I was just a little metalhead and I was listening to seriously stuff like old school Halloween, where you could actually tell by the sound which guitarist is playing the solo, or which guitar was used for which rhythm section, because you could tell things like, for example, Michael Weikert would play mostly Gibson guitars, humbucker guitars, and then, for example, in the time where Roland Grappo was the other guitarist, he would play a lot of Strat-based models, so he would have that spanky, twangy tone as well. So you could tell who would play which stuff just by listening to the music. While nowadays everyone is like doing the active pickups through a 5150 kind of sound, and it's all very leveled. There's very little personality in the sound nowadays, and Evergrey is one of those bands that still has that, and I just adore that about them. Can you tell that I'm a little bit of a fanboy? Evergrey does so many things that make me happy, and I can't wait to see them again at some point. It's just one of the best bands around, man. Just, if we're honest, it's one of the best, most unique bands in the kind of progressive, I don't know if I want to call them power metal, but a progressive metal-ish kind of thing. One of the best ones for sure, because you can instantly tell it's them. So let's move back a little bit to that amazing keyboard solo and yeah, move on. Sweet. No, they got him. That right there is actually wisdom. And to be fair, I think I haven't done that a whole lot in the past, because music has gotten so... It's become very casual. You have it playing in the background a lot of times, so I haven't really gotten into lyrics a whole lot through the past years, but I think I should definitely do that with this album. Because I think there's a lot of depth to the lyrics in this. And this will be a fun ride with that album. I can tell. Yeah. So let's go back to talking about that just a little bit. So if that wasn't amazing, I don't know what would be. This made me so happy, and you might be able to tell that from the faces I've made and then from the engagement that my neck was kind of bringing into it every once in a while. I mean, there's just so much that I love about Evergrey as a band. It's unique sounds. They've stayed true to their own sound, but still evolved. If you listen to, even if you go back to like the Inner Circle, where you could tell they had kind of found their thing. Even from that, they've moved on so much, but you can listen to the first stuff they did and then to the newest stuff they did. You will always be able to tell it's Evergrey, and this video was shot amazing. The sound is amazing. It's such an intense song. And I love how they actually took the time to put some storytelling in front of the song before actually the track starts. So Patrick is an amazing filmmaker, and what he's doing for music videos is not just making music videos. He definitely took that to a whole new level with Evergrey. So amazing stuff. Yeah, I was kind of geeking on about the whole guitar and distinct solo sound situation. I also have to say that Jonas on drums is one of my inspirations for practicing drums as well. Whenever I get the chance to sit behind the set and just play some songs, I always try to play some Evergrey and then try to keep up with the grooves that he's doing, because they are very, very good for carrying the song, but those beats, they have the intricate bits. He's one of my favorite drummers for sure as well. So yeah, fanboy mode all the way. I'm super happy that I've done this reaction, and I'm super happy that I can now finally listen to that album. I was so close to putting it on last night when we crossed midnight, and I was like, that album might now be out because now it's technically release day, but then you might hear that song that you want to do the reaction on. So I'm super glad that I didn't. I'm super glad that I could do this with fresh ears and eyes. And yeah, if you haven't, check out Evergrey. It's one of the best progressive bands around, if not even one of the best metal bands around, in my opinion. So much energy, so much emotion, so much technical goodness. One of the best productions ever, in my opinion. So, don't just believe me, go check them out yourself. Check out the Heartless Portrait, the latest release that they've done now. It's out as I film this video, and yeah, there will be more reactions coming. I totally dig doing those, and so I will do them every once in a while. I will probably produce a few and keep them coming. And yeah, other than that, check out my own music if you haven't, because I do make my own music, and you can see a bunch of that on my channel as well. You can check out my live streams. I stream on Twitch, and you will see the links in the description. But I also sometimes do streams here on YouTube. I kind of branch out lately, and yeah, whoever enjoys me and my content and gives me a like, a sub, a follow, depending on the platform, I'm super grateful. Thank you. Have a great start to the weekend. I will probably release this on a Friday, I guess, or Saturday, whatever it is. Have a great time. You can tell I have not prepared this. See you soon. Bye bye.